Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB and today is the 14th of October 2025 and the global cryptocurrency market is definitely pumped up since the last 24 hours, isn't it? Now what happened guys is on the 10th of this month, President Donald Trump did actually inform that he's charging 100% tariffs on China, isn't it? But there is a follow-up post after that guys, where President Donald Trump did clearly state, don't worry about China, it'll all be fine. And just few hours after that guys, even US Treasury Secretary, that is Scott Bessent, he was actually interviewed by a Fox and he did actually say that there is a very less chance for 100% tariffs to be implemented on China and the negotiations between China and US has already begun. So things are definitely looking promising, not just for United States of America guys, even for China as well, isn't it? And because of that, the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have pumped up. But look, as under President Donald Trump, one of the biggest events in humanity did actually take place, and this is connected to Peace and Prosperity Declaration in the Middle East. And a historical agreement, guys, was actually signed by United States of America, Egypt, Qatar as well as Turkey to end the Gaza war. And according to me, guys, this is going to be an everlasting peace. Now look, guys, one of the reasons why this news is so important is because thousands and hundreds and thousands lives will be saved, isn't it? Now because my podcast is focused more on blockchain and cryptocurrencies, guys, news such as this definitely builds a lot of investor confidence. And I'm pretty much sure guys at a macro level, news such as this will definitely be impacting the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in a positive way. Now under President Donald Trump's leadership guys, there is a very high possibility we might be getting some peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine as well. So definitely keep an eye on that news. So at a geopolitical level now guys, things are definitely looking beyond great. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go and touch base on all of these news. Now because of these announcements guys, one of the industry that is impacted the most is the Bitcoin mining. And a lot of the Bitcoin miners guys, they have stocks as well, isn't it? And their stock prices did actually surge because of the announcement. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go and take a deep dive into all of these news. Now unfortunately guys, the next news I'm going to be talking about is not a positive news. And this is connected to one of the leading decentralized exchanges, that is Uniswap. And one of the Solidity developers from Distributed Labs, that is Artem guys, he did put out a really strong message via Twitter or X. And he's actually calling for Uniswap frontend to go and block Ukraine IP addresses. Now one of the reasons why this news is worrisome is because Ukraine-based IP addresses were not able to use decentralized exchanges. This is a massive red flag, isn't it? So I'll go ahead and discuss the importance of this news. Now look guys, blocking certain IP addresses may be right on an ethical level, but when you talk about decentralized exchanges, these things should not exist. Because there is no centralized entity that can actually go and block any of these transactions, isn't it? And regarding Uniswap guys, I very specifically remember under the Biden administration, Gary Gensler, who was the chair of SEC, did actually issue a Wells notice to them as well, isn't it? But immediately guys, after the Trump administration took over, the new US Security and Exchange Commission stopped going after them. Now at a macro level guys, this is definitely worrisome, because it does mean that there is a centralized entity involved in this. Definitely unfortunate news. But let's see guys, what is the update that we're going to be having from Uniswap Labs. So I'll go ahead and share more information regarding this. Now the final news guys for today is all the way from United Kingdom. And according to me guys, Nigel Farage is heading to become the next Prime Minister of United Kingdom. And he was actually present at one of the UK summit, that is Digital Assets Summit. And in that session guys, he's advocating for crypto reforms. Now one of the reasons why Nigel Farage is so important is because he was the guy who single-handedly led England to Brexit. Now look guys, Nigel Farage is a massive advocate of Bitcoin. And the reason for that is really stark and dangerous. Because what happened guys, a lot of his oppositions, they were going after him similar to how they were going after President Donald Trump. And what his opposition tried to do is, they tried to go and cancel all of his bank accounts. And at that point of time guys, he identified the benefits of using Bitcoin. And he did feature in Peter McCormack's What Bitcoin Did podcast. Now this was well before he tried to run for the Prime Minister of United Kingdom. And now guys, looks like he's turning out to be one of the massive advocates of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what is it that he actually said at that summit. Because he severely criticized current policies as well. And one of the biggest pledges guys is, once he becomes the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, he will be creating a national Bitcoin reserve at the Bank of England. So let's see guys if that thing turns out to be in fruition or not. But nonetheless guys, news such as this is definitely promising and positive, isn't it? So we'll definitely go and touch base on this news. So we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover guys in today's episode. And like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, we will be looking at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now both the news guys are absolutely massive news. Now the first news guys is regarding two entities merging together. and they want to accelerate tokenization of commodities. And the news is that DMCC, that is Dubai Multi Commodity Center in Dubai's Wara, guys, that is Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, they are forging a landmark partnership to accelerate tokenization of commodities. So we'll definitely go and discuss the importance of this news. And earlier today, guys, via LinkedIn, I also saw a post that under Dubai's Wara, guys, there's been more than 2.5 trillion transactions that has been recorded. Really interesting matrix, isn't it? Now the next news, guys, is another massive news, and this is connected to Crypto.com, and their legal entity, that is Forex DAX, guys, has now become the first virtual asset service provider to receive in-principle approval, and this is from the Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates. And here's the thing, guys, this license is for a stored value facility license, so we'll definitely go and discuss the finer details regarding these license. Really important news. So we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover, guys, in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor, that is Amana, and they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look, guys, whether you're looking into invest in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or mega giants like ADNOC or Salik, Amana puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what, guys? They have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, if you want to go and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Amana's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Amana automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable. And here's the thing, guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits, and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is, guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Amana for this, because they offer 24/6 human customer service, as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the Blockchain DXB listener and community, guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Amana using the code Blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part, guys. Once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make one trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look, guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look, guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Amana for you. So what are you waiting for, guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website, that is amana.app, and don't forget to use the code BlockchainDXB. And Amana, guys, is all markets one app. Next, guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH Women taking place simultaneously. And trust me, guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Because for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH Women event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning, guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right, guys. Palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrency is all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas, and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, guys, is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look, guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, we have something really interesting for you, because you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue, guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen, guys, the code is DXB25, and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount. And the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below, guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025, as well as Eat Women. And look, guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life, so don't just read about it. Be there and head to the website, that is futuristconference.com, and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now, guys, since you're taking care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now, since the last 72 hours, guys, the global cryptocurrency market did shed more than $19 billion in crypto liquidation, and this is because of a post by President Donald Trump via Truth Social. But look, guys, immediately after that, President Donald Trump as well as Scott Bessent, they did actually clarify that they are in negotiations with China regarding tariffs, and Scott Bessent, guys, clearly said that there is pretty much no chance for 100% tariffs on China. But at the same time, guys, he also praised President Donald Trump for putting out information, because looks like, guys, the Chinese administration, they were trying to put out an incorrect information regarding tariffs. So only in retaliation to that, President Donald Trump did actually put out the information initially. But later on, guys, he did actually state nothing is wrong with China and everything will be fine. And because of that, looks like the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have marginally pumped up. But that thing being said, guys, if you look at the ETF related information, unfortunately, they're still in outflows. It is exactly at $91.68 million. And out of this $91.68 million, guys, this time looks like Bitcoin ETFs have taken a massive hit, and the ETF outflows is at $72.8 million, whereas Ethereum ETF outflows is below the $20 million mark at $18.4 million. But here's the thing, guys, the ETF related matrix is before the peace agreement that has been signed in the Middle East. And according to me, guys, if you look at the matrix in the next 24 to 48 hours, I'm definitely anticipating there to be more inflows. But look, guys, the cryptocurrency world is absolutely wild and unpredictable, isn't it? Now, that thing being said, guys, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market, it is still about the $4 trillion mark. And right now, it is at $4.06 trillion. And since the last 24 hours, guys, it is actually up by 3.10%. And there are two metrics, guys, which I'm really content with. The first one is the 24-hour trading volume. And since the last 24 hours, that number is at $256 billion. Now, it's needless to say, majority of the volume does actually account for stablecoins, isn't it? And if the volume of stablecoins is picking up pace, guys, it does give an indication as to which direction the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are heading towards. And since the last 24 hours, guys, only the volume of Tether USDT is about the $200 billion mark. So things are definitely looking great in my honest opinion. Now, let's quickly run to the 24-hour volume of decentralized exchanges. And since the last 24 hours, guys, the 24-hour volume of decentralized exchanges are $24.22 billion. And so far as the fees is concerned, guys, it is less than $100 million mark. It is at $96.11 million. And since the last 24 hours, guys, the total value locked has definitely picked up pace. And today it is at $160.30 billion. And one matrix, guys, which I personally keep an eye on is the decentralized exchange dominance. And today that percentage is below the 50% mark. It is at 47.09%. And since yesterday, guys, DeFiLlama.com has added a new matrix on its website. And this is a 30-day average of digital asset treasury inflows. And today that number is showing as $6.53 billion. Now, I'd really like to see this number on a daily basis, guys, because we will get a detailed analysis of digital asset treasury inflows, isn't it? Let's see, guys, if they're able to update that. Now, let's quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges. Now, here's the thing, guys, the volume of Uniswap has definitely gone off the chart. And today it is at $7.30 billion. And there's some really dark news connected to Uniswap where they were blocking a lot of transactions. So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into that. Now, PancakeSwap's volume has also picked up pace. And today it is at $4.36 billion. Humidify, guys, is at number 3rd and its 24-hour volume is $1.70 billion. Meteor is at number 4th with $1.31 billion. Now, Aerodrome, guys, is at number 5th with $1.02 billion. Now, let's quickly run to the 24-hour volume of stablecoins. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, because the volume of stablecoins is increased, it does give an indication as to which direction the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies would be heading towards, isn't it? Now, the volume of Tether USDT alone has crossed the $200 billion mark. It is exactly at $206.84 billion. Circle USDC, guys, is at number 2nd with $24.71 billion. And at number 3rd, guys, is FDUSD and its 24-hour volume is $9.04 billion. Now, let's quickly run to the dominance, 24-hour trading volume and market cap of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, the dominance of Ethereum, guys, is at 12.70%, whereas Bitcoin's dominance is at 56.90%. Now, the 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin is $76.26 billion, whereas Ethereum is at $51.97 billion. Now, if you look at the market cap of Ethereum, guys, it is once again crossed the $500 billion mark. It is at $516 billion. And so far as the market cap of Bitcoin is concerned, guys, right now it is at $2.31 trillion. Now, look, guys, let's say President Donald Trump is able to secure the peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine. I do believe that the market cap of Bitcoin might actually cross the $3 trillion mark in just a matter of few weeks. You never know, maybe in just a matter of few days as well, isn't it? But look guys, whatever I'm saying is definitely not financial advice. Make sure you go out and do your own research. Now every day guys in the Blockchain DXB podcast, I tend to look at one new matrix, isn't it? And today guys, I want to look at the top layer 1L1 coins by market cap. And it is no surprise that Bitcoin is leading the pack. And Bitcoin is leading by a ridiculously long margin, isn't it? And its market cap, as I mentioned earlier, is at $2.31 trillion. Ethereum guys is once again at number 2nd now. And as I mentioned, its market cap is $516 billion. Now it's no surprise that Binance BNB is at number 3rd and its market cap is $180.48 billion. Solana guys is at number 4th with $114 billion. And Tron guys is at number 5th with $30.67 billion. Now look guys, I very specifically remember when Charles Hoskinson was working on Cardano. A lot of them were expecting Cardano to be the Ethereum killer, isn't it? But it looks like it is miles behind Ethereum at this point of time. And this goes back to the notion the best technology need not win, guys. The most known technology usually wins, isn't it? Now guys, let's go and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And the price of Bitcoin guys right now is at $115,865. And since the last 24 hours it is marginally up by 0.32%. But since the last 7 days it is actually down by 7.35%. And yesterday guys, if you looked at the market sentiment, it was at fear, isn't it? But right now the market sentiment is actually at neutral. And the number associated right now is at 40. Now let's see guys if we do get any announcement regarding tariffs or any potential news regarding Russia and Ukraine. Because those macro level news guys will have an impact on the fear and greed index, isn't it? And that does give an indication as to what the market sentiment is. Now let's look at Ethereum guys, because since the last 24 hours the price right now is at $4,272. And since the last 24 hours it is up by 3.39%. Ripple XRP is well below the $3 mark. Right now it is at $2.62. And since the last 24 hours it is up by 2.98%. But since the last 7 days it is actually down by 12.78%. Now look guys, the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency world is absolutely wild and volatile, isn't it? But at a geopolitical level guys, there is one thing absolutely certain. President Donald Trump is definitely heading towards world peace. And yesterday guys, he did actually visit Egypt. And a historical agreement was actually signed by the United States of America, Qatar as well as Turkey to end the Gaza war and promote lasting peace in the Middle East. Now look guys, I don't want to get into details regarding this. But at a macro level guys, you need to understand that right now between Israel and Palestine guys, the war is pretty much ended. And they have developed two things guys. One is called as border peace, which is being led by a lot of Arabic leaders. And along with that guys, there is also a trilateral agreement, and this involves the United States of America, Qatar as well as Israel. And because of these agreements guys, there will be lasting peace in the Middle East. And news such as this guys directly and indirectly impacts the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? Because at a macro level guys, it does boost a lot of investor confidence. And last month guys, at the FOMC meeting, Federal Chair Jerome Powell has also decided to go ahead and reduce the interest rate, isn't it? So at a macro level guys, things are definitely looking promising for the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now regarding President Donald Trump's Peace and Prosperity Declaration guys, the declaration commits to protecting human rights, ensuring security for both Palestinians as well as Israelis, and they will be rejecting extremism and also resolve future disputes through diplomacy. And here's the important thing guys, they also have a 20-point plan which will be developed, and it will emphasize on mutual respect and also build a future of stability and shared prosperity for all the nations. Now look guys, rather than watching mainstream media or fake news, I'd really urge you guys to go and go to the official White House website and read through the official document. And the document guys is titled the Trump Declaration of Enduring Peace and Prosperity. And look guys, news such as this definitely has a positive impact not just on geopolitical news, but also on the stock market world and the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? And President Donald Trump guys on Truth Social also mentioned that regarding China, not to worry much about it, everything will be fine. And he also said that he does respect President Xi of China a lot, and looks like the President of China just had a bad day. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode guys, US Treasury Secretary that is Scott Bessent, he was also on Fox News, and he also clarified that the proposed 100% tariffs on China does not need to happen. Now because of this information guys, the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are pumped up in my honest opinion. And one of the industries that is connected to Bitcoin in particular is pumped up the most. That is to do with Bitcoin mining stocks. Because it actually means that the supply chain equipment for Bitcoin mining will be much smoother, isn't it? And because of this news guys, The stock prices for Bitfarms and Cypher did actually lead the double-digit gain, where the share prices of Hatta, Iron, Mara, Core Scientific and Rat also rose a lot. So look, as geopolitical news directly and indirectly also impacts the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in unprecedented ways, both in a positive as well as negative ways. Now guys, let's go and discuss some really interesting news. And this is an unfortunate news in the world of decentralized exchanges. And Atom guys is one of the Solidity developer from Distributed Labs. He did put out a really long message via Twitter or X, and he's actually criticized Uniswap for misrepresenting OFAC rules, noting that not only Crimea, Donetsk as well as St. Lucians are restricted regions. Along with that, even Kiev and other areas have been restricted from using Uniswap's exchanges. This, to be honest guys, is a massive red flag, isn't it? And based on the message guys, Uniswap frontend has been blocking Ukraine-based IP addresses for over 8 months, and they are actively preventing users from accessing decentralized exchanges. But here's the thing guys, according to Artem, there is no US sanctions against most of Ukrainian regions, so there is no reason as to why Uniswap has been blocking these transactions, isn't it? And in the message that he posted via X guys, he urged Uniswap to go and lift the block, calling it completely absurd for a decentralized platform that actually promotes openness and accessibility, isn't it? Now Uniswap guys has not responded to it yet, and the issue appears linked to blanket Cloudflare settings, so it's going to be really interesting to see guys if the so-called advocates of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies do actually hold back against Uniswap, because according to me guys, this is absolutely a massive big fat red no, isn't it? Now it does make a lot of sense if centralized exchanges go and do that, because they have to abide to certain rules and regulations that has been given to them by the country or regions, isn't it? But when you talk about decentralized exchanges guys, these restrictions should definitely not be applicable, so it is a bit bizarre, strange and scary that Uniswap is blocking a lot of these IP addresses. But let's see guys what the update to this is. Now guys, let's go and discuss some interesting news all the way from United Kingdom. And the current reform UK leader, that is Nigel Farage, who according to me guys will be the next UK Prime Minister, has urged stronger regulations for crypto in the UK at the Digital Asset Summit. But at the same time guys, he's also criticized current policies by the current administration. And at the Digital Asset Summit guys, he has pledged to quite a few things. He is pledging to introduce sensible regulations for digital assets, and along with that guys, he's also planned to slash capital tax gains on crypto to 10%. And as I mentioned earlier guys, he also wants to create a national Bitcoin reserve at the Bank of England. Now really I'm not sure guys if legally he'll be able to do that, but a pledge is definitely great by him, isn't it? Because it does give an indication as to what the political party stands for. Now one of the things which I like regarding the summit guys is, he did actually pledge to put a complete ban on financial institutions from debanking users because of crypto use. And he's a classic example of this guys, because his oppositions did actually go and ban a lot of his banking accounts. But he, similar to President Donald Trump guys, have decided to fight back. And according to me guys, when you talk about Nigel Farage, he's like the king of all kings when it comes to politics. I would even say that President Donald Trump has learned a lot of things from Nigel Farage, and President Donald Trump treats him as a really good friend as well, isn't it? Now another pledge that he actually made at the Digital Asset Summit is that politicians will be able to accept political donations in cryptocurrencies, and this guys makes Reform UK the first major UK party to do so under regulations. Really positive news, isn't it? And I very specifically remember guys, roughly around 6 months ago, I did talk about exactly this news by the current administration, which by the way is a Labour Party, and they wanted to put a ban on political donations in cryptocurrencies. Really opposite stances, isn't it? Now look guys, according to me, people in the United Kingdom are definitely not happy with the current administration, and based on my understanding, Nigel Farage is most likely to become the next UK Prime Minister. Definitely interesting news. So these were some macro level news guys on the Bitcoin, blockchain and cryptocurrency world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now both the news guys are absolutely massive news, and the first one is connected to tokenization of commodities. And the news is that DMCC, that is Dubai Multi-Commodity Center, they are partnered with Dubai's Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority to accelerate tokenization of commodities. And this partnership guys strengthens Dubai's position as a global leader in digital assets and trade innovation. And the focus is on integrating physical commodities into blockchain-powered financial systems. And here's the thing guys, it combines DMCC's commodity expertise with Dubai's VARA's regulatory oversight for a secure ecosystem. And the goal is to create a transparent, scalable and regulated framework for tokenized commodities. Now the pilot projects guys will test tokenization of gold, diamonds as well as high value assets. And these pilots will assess technical, regulatory as well as market feasibility. and there's strong emphasis on investor protection and market integrity as well. And there will be joint education initiatives, workshops, and even seminars to promote awareness of the organization. And look, as the program aims to build trust and enhance the institutional and public understanding of digital assets. And Ahmad bin Suleiman, guys, did actually state that the partnership will unlock a new era of investable, real-world assets in this world. And the framework, guys, based on this news is designed to expand liquidity, enhance global market access, and cement Dubai's leadership in blockchain. And this, guys, is built on DMCC's success with gold-backed digital assets through its straightforward platform. And DMCC currently holds more than 1,500 gold and precious metal firms and over 700 plus Web3 companies in its crypto center. And DMCC's crypto center, guys, grew 38% year-on-year, solidifying its Web3 leadership. And Vara CEO, that is Matthew Watt, guys, did actually state that the partnership will set global benchmark for merging physical and digital markets. And the collaboration, guys, includes data sharing, sector growth analysis, and economic impact reporting. Now look, as overall the DMCC and Vara partnership does position Dubai as a global hub for trusted, tokenized, and a regulated digital trade, isn't it? So really powerful news. Now let's go ahead and talk about the news, guys. And this is connected to a leading exchange, that is Crypto.com. And their trading company, that is Farage Middle East, guys, has become the first virtual asset service provider to receive in-principle approval. And they got the in-principle approval license from the Central Bank of UAE. And this is for a stored value facilities license. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Because this in-principle approval, guys, is for a stored value facilities license. And it marks a major regulatory milestone in the United Arab Emirates. And once finalized, the license will enable digital payments for Dubai government fees in UAE dirhams. And all settlements will be made in dirham-pegged stablecoins, ensuring local currency compliance. And users, guys, will be able to use government fees using digital assets via Crypto.com's Vara license platform. And the platform will auto-convert crypto to dirhams instantly to Central Bank of UAE licensed digital wallet. And Dubai government entities will receive settlements directly in either your stable coins. And this model, guys, enhances real-world utility for digital assets within a regulated payment framework. And the CEO of Crypto.com group, that is Eric Ziani, guys, did actually state that the milestone reflects commitment to responsible innovation. And the president of MENA and LATAM region, guys, that is Alin Yassin, praised the Central Bank of UAE's vision and collaborative approach. And the president and general manager of United Arab Emirates, that is Mohammed Al Hakim, guys, highlighted strong consumer and merchant demand for digital commerce. Now, during the IFA phase, guys, the firm will operate as restricted wallet service provider under Central Bank of UAE conditions. And any business model changes will require prior regulatory approval from the central bank. And Farage DAX Middle East, guys, reaffirms compliance with AML, CFT and CPF obligations plus strict record-keeping standards. And the final SVF license, guys, will be granted after technical checks and site inspections by Central Bank of UAE team. And the department involved includes supervision, market conduct, and AML divisions of the central bank. Now, the in-principle approval, guys, is valid for 1 year from issuance, but pending until final verification. So look, guys, this move, according to me, strengthens UAE's leadership in regulated digital finance and government payment innovation space, isn't it? Definitely brilliant news. So these were the news, guys, on the Bitcoin blockchain and cryptocurrency world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's get started with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, before you go ahead and kickstart the Ask Me Anything series, I do have some really interesting announcements. The first one is an interesting partnership, and this is connected to Bitcoin events. Now look, as you know that Bitcoin is the king of all kings, isn't it? And the OGs of Bitcoin events, that is Bitcoin Inc., they have a massive event taking place in August in Hong Kong. And guess what, guys? Blockchain DXB is the official media partner for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And this particular event, guys, takes place in August in Hong Kong. And Bitcoin Asia is the region's premier Bitcoin gathering event where builders, investors, as well as investors meet. So at this event, guys, expect powerful keynotes, bold conversations, and a headlining session with none other than Eric Trump. And he will be sharing his vision for Bitcoin's long-term potential. And more importantly, he, along with a lot of Bitcoin OGs, guys, they will be talking about the role of Bitcoin in global finance. And at the Bitcoin Asia 2025 event, guys, they will be discussing Asia's massive impact on adoption. And look, as Bitcoin Asia event connects global Bitcoin communities and drives innovation across cultures and markets, from infrastructure to regulations, privacy tools to lightning development, and quite a lot more. And for you listeners of the Blockchain DXB podcast, guys, I have a cool discount code of 10% for you. And the code is pretty simple, guys. It is DXB, that is D for David, X for X-ray, and B for Bravo. And DXB is the code for Dubai as well, isn't it? So what are you waiting for, guys? In the show notes below, you'll see the registration details for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And look, guys, Hong Kong is calling. So be part of the future of Bitcoin. Now the next announcement, guys, is another big one, and this is connected to Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. And Blockchain DXB once again is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Now me personally, guys, I did attend the Future Blockchain Summit going back to 2017, and the fact is, guys, it is one of the biggest, oldest as well as boldest blockchain events in the region, and according to me as well as a lot of advocates of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, Future Blockchain Summit as well as Fintech Search 2025 is probably the biggest event in the entire world. And this event, guys, takes place between the 12th and 15th of October at the iconic location of Dubai Harbour. So this is going to be the place where blockchain meets fintech to redefine the future of finance. So expect 250 world-class speakers, over 1,200 investors, live demos, product launches, as well as GITEX Digital Assets Forum, and all of this thing, guys, will be under one roof. So you can expect so-called Web3 pioneers to fintech leaders shaping payments, banking, insurtech, AI, as well as decentralized finance. And this particular event, guys, brings the entire ecosystem together. This is a launchpad you've been waiting for. And by attending this event, guys, you will be in a position to be in front of top venture capitals, accelerators, as well as industry leaders. And for blockchain and fintech companies, guys, this is where connection turns into partnerships and dream turns into reality. And because Blockchain DXB is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025, guys, in the show notes below, you'll see the registration details, and there's a hidden discount code mentioned below as well. So do one thing, guys, click on the show notes below, get yourself registered, and see you between the 12th and 15th at Dubai Harbour at the Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Alan who asks, should DeFi platforms like Uniswap have the right to block regions, or does that violate the core principles of permissionless finance? This, to be honest, Alan, is such an important question, isn't it? And honestly, according to me, it cuts right to the heart of what decentralized finance stands for. Now, that thing being said, Alan, if you look at the foundation principles of open blockchain, it is borderless, censorship resistant, permissionless, open source and publicly verifiable and neutral, isn't it? So this particular question regarding blocking transactions directly goes against at least 3 of these pillars. Now what is really ironic and strange is, Uniswap is one of the leading decentralized exchanges, and it was actually created only because these transactions should not be censored, and it was designed to be permissionless, meaning that anyone absolutely anywhere in the world should be able to interact with the smart contract without intermediaries or approval. Now the fact that users in non-sanctioned regions like Kyiv are being blocked, not by on-chain logic but on centralized front-end, shows how fragile that permissionless ideas become when there's a web-based access layer involved, isn't it? And this is because of the Cloudflare settings or compliance policy. So look, Alan, technically speaking, anyone should be in a position to use Uniswap, and they should be in a position to interact directly with smart contracts or alternative interfaces. So the protocol itself remains open. But here's the thing, Alan, in practice, most users rely on Uniswap's front end, isn't it? And when that gets geofenced, accessibility becomes selective, not universal in that sense. And that's where the whole contradiction is with decentralized finance ethos, isn't it? Now that thing being said, I do understand from a legal point of view, because Uniswap Labs is a registered US entity, isn't it? And they must comply with OFAC regulations. So the problem though, it is over compliance, blocking entire countries like Ukraine instead of just sanctioning regions such as Crimea, Donetsk and Luhansk, does actually send the wrong signal to the global crypto community. And that is exactly what Hatta meant in his post as well. So I definitely urge you, Alan, as well as the listeners, to go ahead and read through the entire post. Now look, Alan, for me, this does reinforce the idea that true decentralization or distributed isn't just about technology as such, it is also about design and governance, isn't it? And if the front end becomes a choke point, then the whole purpose of using decentralized finance does get thrown out of the window, and projects should focus on more decentralized or distributed access models. And I'm talking about front-end mirrors, IPFS-hosted UIs, or decentralized autonomous organization-managed gateways, so that way users don't have to depend on one more company's interpretation of compliance, isn't it? It's a really interesting question. Now I'm really curious to check if Bankless has released an episode on this, because the founders of Uniswap, they do have one of the best podcasts in the space, and that is Bankless, and I'm really curious to check if there is any official announcement regarding this, or maybe some actions in response to this, but definitely an excellent question, Alan. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays we have Blockchain DXB podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the process. We talk about the latest technological development. We talk a lot about geopolitical news. We also talk about different partnership. And then, guys, we look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. We look at the latest technological development. And we also take a deep dive into the world of artificial intelligence as well as in it. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.